rise and maybe go outside. Grab a book and get some air. So what are you waiting for? Why not take a quick break? Tune the radio. There's chores to do, there's leaves to rake. Strum the old banjo. You can practice your Lindy Hop. And maybe later sing with your barbershop. Why not take a little quick break and come back for more? Or then come back for more. Or please come back for more.
Hello everyone, it's been quite a long time, I think 4 months. Just getting back into the fray of things. I finally had time to sit down and play a game I hadn't played in a while. Last time I was on Act 1 and I got S rank finally on Hildebert. So let's see which one of these can be the biggest pain in the ass. So I still gotta get S rank on 2 and 3 and then on the final deal with the devil. This was the pyramid one. I hated that. We're gonna try and see what happens. It's gonna take a while. Figure it's gonna take maybe, an hour or so.
Here's a real high-class bout. You're up.
Let's see if I can do it. He already got hit. That's a great thing.
Here
He's going pretty good. I need that. Go back for a second. Yeah, see everything. Everything changes.
Here goes.
Okay, there we go. That switches. I have to get back used to everything, so it's gonna take a little bit.
Now go.
Yeah, now let's do. Oh, this one's gonna shoot beans or whatever. Cats. Beans. I don't know why I said beans. Oh my god. He's becoming a real bullet hell. There we go. At least I'm past the. Well, I'm making progress. I think that's all that matters, really.
A great slam and then some. Here goes.
Oh, the sarcophagus. Paying attention.
Here's a real high-class bout. And begin.
I wasn't ready for that.
Well battled.
Do not remember all those dudes' moves. Oh, okay, I remember the pyramid at the very end where it's 4 eyes. The 4 pyramid tops. Well, we're just gonna drive this one. That doesn't count either. I actually have to use that on. Say straight.
A great slam and then some.
Yeah, well, I was trying to get out earlier is to get the full 5 stars. Damn it! I backed myself in the corner. Whatever rating it is, I think it's 5 stars. 5 out of 5. You gotta get 5 out of 5 on everything. That's what I remember.
Here's a real
And to do that, you gotta take no hits whatsoever. You can't take a single hit. And can't take a single hit. You gotta do this in a certain amount of time. And you gotta have a certain amount of parries. Alright. Okay, does the D-pad work? I've got the D-pad. Okay, yes, the D-pad does work. Okay, I've got the D-pad in section. I just been joysticking it. It's been running me through those walls.
Here's a real high-class bout. You're up.
Be able to finally get past that section.
A brawl is surely brewing.
I know it's not called bullet bill, but I wonder if that bullet bill attack does,
This match will get red hot. It's on.
I wonder if that eats the sarcophagi beatings.
Here's a real
Test it out.
high-class bout.
If I can survive through this. Jesus. I hope people are still playing this game. Nope. Doesn't do anything. Okay, D-pad time. Wait, I can't get hit whatsoever. On my own stupidity. Well, that's not true. I can't do it. I'm stupid. Oh, thank God, the labyrinth is over. Oh, wait, this part sucks, doesn't it? Oh, yes, this part sucks. Because it does all that. Okay, you can kill the ghosts. That's all I need to know. I swear the first time I did this, and I'd have to go back through the recordings, but I think that's gonna be easier. I think I avoided the ghosts every single time. And I kept dying from it. That took the longest to get through that. And I get to the pyramid section and I have like 1 health left every time or 2. And I get wasted on that pyramid level pyramid stage. Because you get nerves going. You just overthink everything. And then run into the laser beam or do something like that. You're
A great slam and then some. Now go.
Okay, come on. Pick. Damn it. I'm trying to take that one out of the mix, but that didn't work.
Now go.
Oh.
This will get red hot. It's on.
There was talk for DLC for this game from the developers. Just as there was talk for DLC when Ukulele was in development shortly after development. So I really hope that this game gets DLC because I would certainly like to see more characters, maybe more styles, or the audio filters. Like some of the audio filter, or one of the audio filters for this is the vintage style, and we also have black and white for the visual filter as part of the pacifist on all the run and gun levels. There we go. Oh, I think there's another one inside. Or is it just straight pyramid? This one sucks. This one, I hated this one. Hardcore hated this one. Yeah, 'cause this is gonna suck. Yes, because you gotta worry about not only the bullets are shooting out, but the bullets from there, from the puppet, and then you gotta worry about the hat, because the hat will just up and move and run into you.
Good day for a swell battle. It's on.
It'll take me a while to get through this. Oh, you... I should have...
Here's a real high-class bout. Now go.
Transformed into a smaller plane there. That would help me out. Okay.
Good day for a swell battle.
I'm gonna get this. It's gonna take a bit. It's gonna take a long bit. The bad thing about analog controls is that they don't have quite the precision and accuracy of good old optical sensors.
Good day for a swell battle. You're up.
That was bad.
A great slam and then some. And begin.
That was bad for that.
This match will get red hot. And begin.
I still can't believe that
A great
this
slam
game.
and then some.
I mean, I can. I still can't believe that this game and Apotheon kind of like two different visually creative video games. How Cuphead did just wildly successful.
A great slam and
Cuphead did wildly more successful than Apotheon could. People don't know about Apotheon, though they were announced at E3 2012, 2013. I remember reading
It's on.
I know both games. They're both on my watch list. But Apotheon and Cuphead were supposed to release at the same time, so Cuphead got multiple delays, time constraints. I don't think there's ever a financial. God damn it, they just pop out of nowhere. I don't think there's ever
Here's
financial
a real
constraints.
high-class bout.
There definitely was time constraints where they just couldn't make it. The release dates when they wanted to. Because of course you look at all
This
this
match will get red hot.
hand sketch, everything. I think even the 3D looking setting that you see in the foreground right now, I think even that was.
This match will
I
get
think even
red
that
hot.
was sketched out into multiple different views, and then they put it through whatever software, and to give it that 3D effect, which is cool.
It's on.
But they hand drew every one of the 2D characters and objects, anything moving or stationary. That for effects.
Here's a real high-class bout.
I can't remember. Maybe that's why Apotheon didn't do as well. I don't know if Apotheon did any hand sketches, or if it was all computer. But it was still cool nonetheless, because the art style of Apotheon, of course, revolves around Greek mythology. You play as a Spartan warrior. It's kind of like God of War. Just different. creative.
But
it looks like you're playing on urn the whole time, or some sort of clay pottery. And it's just cool how it all works. It's in that same art style that they would draw on the
real high-class
pottery.
You're up.
And the music that accompanies it, much like this one, how it very fits the theme. This soundtrack sounds like something that would come out of the 1920s. The soundtrack there was all written and inspired by Greek music at that time. Greek instruments. But one of the things I think Ryan Poffman didn't do as great, and it's not really as well known as Cuphead was. One, it wasn't really difficult. Cuphead is pretty notoriously hard. And two, Poffman kind of felt like they were playing 2000s Flash game. I gotta have more balls there.
A brawl is surely brewing. And begin.
It was too bad because even though it kind of played like, you bastard, I got that, it still hit me.
Good job for us.
Even though Poffman played like a Flash game, it was still fun, but I mean, it was easy. And I guess if you played God of War, I don't think they've done any Greek mythology in Assassin's Creed yet. If you played pretty much God of War, then it kind of plays the same. Watched any of the Iliad, or Homer's Odyssey, or the Iliad, or any Greek mythology books in high school, it kind of all plays out the same. Maybe that's why people don't like Poffman. Well, maybe that was part of the reason. I do think it was a big part of it. Kind of like the Flash game. There we go. Okay. We're gonna survive this, I promise. Idea. Damn. I'm just thinking, I'm looking at the screen right now. Kind of thinking where I'm gonna have to be at the very, very bottom almost. Because right there, you want to keep yourself in a nice open space to where you're not having to last ditch efforts to correct your course. Just put yourself right out there. No man's land. But you don't want to get so far out there that you trap yourself in a corner either. So you want to be far, but close. That makes no sense. And I think... Oh my god. I thought that would blow up.
Good job for us. Well done. You're up.
What am I looking at? What did you just post? Is that like a... is that a meme? Is that the I feel it baby? Is that what that emoji is supposed to be?
Good job for us. Well done. It's on.
Bastard.
Good
Go down far enough.
Well done. You're up.
Okay. Yeah. Did it again. Same thing.
Here goes.
let me do something real quick. Every time OBS updates, I have to... That should be a fair level, I think. Yeah, that's not too bad. Every time OBS updates, I have to redo my settings, which... Oh, I'm not playing on the big screen. Which, kind of sucks, but I guess that's with anything. But, thinking on that, thinking of OBS, the thing that irks me to no extent is on Amazon Music, at least for me, every time anything updates, I get a system update, Amazon Music updates, I have to download a good majority of my... I just barely missed that. A good majority of my music again, because it deletes it all. Now, I could... God, I still went down, even though I'm using the D-pad. But I can understand if all that music deleted itself if I was streaming it, like if some sort of saved playlist and, you know, you had... Amazon had to do their thing and they had to delete all your stored memory within the phone or within the account or whatever, and it deleted all my music. But this is purchased music that I have purchased for life that should download to the SD card, and it does on my phone, but anytime anything updates, it deletes all that memory on the phone itself. And so I gotta go through, and I've got currently, just on my phone right now, I have more music than this, but just on that phone, I have 1,200 songs. Now, granted, they're not high fidelity, like, playback rate, bit rate. I think it's maybe like 48 or 96. It's not like high quality lossless, but having to download all those songs, and some of them are, well, a great deal of them are 8 minutes or more, probably adds up to a couple of gigabytes on phone internet. It takes forever to download, and I have to do that every single time anything downloads or updates. It's annoying because I have many apps that have to update constantly. You know, things like the Google Store has to update a bunch, Google Maps has to update a bunch, Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, Facebook, those all update at least once a week, you know, between all of them. And I think Maps updates like pretty much by itself once or twice every week or two. It's annoying real quick. Just like dying at the same parts is pissing me off. Bastard. Oh.
Frick you, dude. Frick you.
I got caught. You know how they had the ALS challenge like 2013, 2014, something like that, where to raise awareness for people who suffer from ALS syndrome. They did the ice challenge where you could either pay up to avoid doing the challenge, or you could do the challenge and then you nominate, you know, friends, families, celebrities, whomever, to do the challenge. I wish we could start a Twitch stream challenge where we can nominate certain people to fucking actually stream on their damn Twitch account. Hint, hint. So, it's something Trippy Tits or whatever his name, Tibby Gaylord 5000, because he never streams. Even though he said he was gonna stream like pretty much last year.
Well, I got a PlayStation 4 for Christmas, dude. I'm gonna do like this like week-long Christmas stream, dude. It's gonna be great, dude.
And then he's never streamed since. Streamed like one time of World War II, I think, for a couple of minutes, and then he streamed a couple matches of Fortnite. They gotta message that dude. Like, what are you doing with your life, man? Should probably clean this up. I got a tower of cans sitting here. Oh, I have not been playing video games at all, so once I get the time to, I just kind of hunker down and pig out. Oh, I did not make that. I should have held back.
A great slam and then some. Now go.
Oh, this is fun. Well, speaking of games, man, of course, God of War is the new biggest and best thing on the YouTube community right now, and everyone's playing it. But, man, when I have the money, I think I'm going to be getting that. It looks pretty interesting. The story so far looks nice and intriguing. I haven't gotten too far because I don't want spoilers. Like, I got a little taste of it. Everything with Atreus, or Boy, as Kratos calls him. Boy! Boy! Damn it, Atreus. What'd you do with my propane weapon? You've got to clean the weapon from... I forget what Hank Hill said, like... up and down. I don't know, something about... some saying about how to clean a tank properly. If you do it one way, it's alright. If you do the other way, it kills everyone or something stupid. Oh my god. Oh, missed it. Okay, I'm gonna have to somehow stay away from this. Oh my, dude. Switching it up. Switching up. Got a real can farm going here. God damn it. This broadcast is brought to you by Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew. The taste of the mountain is diabetes.
Good day for a well battle. You're up.
Why did I pick this? This was like the worst one to pick. I guess I just figured that I hated the Hildeberg one. I mean, the boss fight is fantastic on its own, but just how many hiccups there were, and I think it took me like a stream and a half to do it in like a couple days. Well, not a couple days, but like a couple. I had to restart. I played like a couple times one day and had to like restart it off stream because I'd get right there to the end and then I'd choke on a damn saucer, or I'd beat it. I beat it several times, but you don't get the S rank if you don't beat the boss under a certain time. So you always have to be like, you always have to be attacking them. You can't just be dodging the whole time. You have to be pretty much up in their face, and you have to be using the bomb. Pretty much everything I haven't been doing. I just realized because it does have a time factor into it. I didn't go up further.
This one will get red hot. You're up.
I backed myself in the corner there. That was all on me. Hey, fuck you, dude.
Fuck you, dude.
Ah, you bitch.
Hello? Is there anybody out there?
Oh, okay. I did not anticipate the zooming up of the transition between regular plane and small plane. You get a speed boost there too. Oh. Let's see. I was just about to open up my fat pie hole too. This may be the one that does it. Every time I think positive thoughts, I fail. I just have to be miserable the whole time, I guess. Miserable. Just like real life, the only way to succeed is be as miserable as possible. Oh, man. Okay. And so, I'm going to Rock on the Range here in 2 weeks, and for anyone who doesn't know, that's a big festival that spans 3 days that takes place in Columbus, Ohio, and they have all big-name rock and metal bands there. Primarily, I was using the analog sticks, which I shouldn't do. I'm primarily going there to see Tool and Perfect Circle, Atreyu, Romans as Leaders, and I can't remember anyone else, but I'm going there for Tool and A Perfect Circle, pretty much. And so I'm having to take my vehicle, which is a little Ford Ranger. It's Ford's small-sized trucks, primarily used for handymen, people who weekend warriors, people who maybe. Oh god, damn it! Who maybe use their tools like every once in a while, and they might do some handyman things such as laying down tiles or patching drywall or junk like that. Someone who needs to haul small things, not a whole bunch. And I chose, because I'm gonna have to stay there for a couple days, I chose to drive there, and I also chose to stay up there, but not in a hotel, because for 3 days it's near $300 going to a campground. And I have to carry everything in an open bed because I have a single cab. I can't store anything in the back because there is no room in the back. You bastard. Now, where I was going with all this is, if anyone's had experience with pickup trucks, I mean, I just found this out because I've never thought I'd be needing a bed cover, but truck bed covers are crazy expensive. Oh yeah, if you want the tonneau, I think that's how you say it. It's spelled like T. God damn it. Tonneau covers, TONNEAU. They allow you to cover your truck bed up, so anything you have in the back is not just exposed. They're expensive. The vinyl ones, the cheaper ones, can be anywhere from like $100 to $300, and the hardcover ones, the same like style, but they're just a hard plastic, can be up like anywhere from $500 to $900. And that's crazy. Just for a bed cover, it cost a third of that truck of what I bought it for to put one on. And all, like the vinyl one, all it is like a canvas on PVC piping. I mean, it has like a metal frame, but it's just canvas on a lightweight frame. $300. It's crazy. You have to go through all that just to put on, you know, basically nothing. If you're doing the vinyl, I'd recommend getting the hard plastic ones at the very least. I wanted a camper, but I found out real quick that the campers are expensive. Like, more so than that, just to get a custom one. Very basic camper. You know, it has your windows and a lock, but the windows don't open. And you can get some of the campers custom, like welded on, or you can get them custom fit to your exact truck. But just like a basic one with C-clamps holding it on is $1,200. I can see why a bunch of people don't. Why a bunch of people use passenger cars or get the bigger trucks. And that's expensive to be doing that all the time. Oh man, I almost flew right. Oh, you bastard. Get out of my way. Come on. Oh, just like last time.
Here's a real high-class bout. And begin.
One of these days, I'm going to get through this. But that run is not today. Neither is that one.
We'll get red hot. And begin.
So there's gonna be a couple of games that I play after this that I got on. I have a bunch of Steam sale items that I never bothered picking up. Not because I just bought them and were like, well, I didn't really want to play that. It was just a good sale. It's I got them on a good sale and just never really had the time or ambition to start them up. One of those games I'm looking forward to trying out is near Automa, something like that. You play an android. Looks interesting. I was too late. Hold up. I gotta do some stretches. Oh. Sitting there in that chair. Oh, sucks. But it's my only chair, so I'll have to do.
A brawl is surely brewing. Now go.
Man, how'd I hit that? How'd I manage?
Here goes.
I gotta get back to Battlefront 2, not the good one, the EA version. So I bought that, started it up, kind of got into my work a little bit, moved up and then had to stop for a while. I mean, the game itself is not too bad. It's not too horrible, but at least from the last time I played it, the loot boxes were in the whole entire upgrading system was egregious. There we go. No, in fact, on Battlefront 2, I really enjoyed the space levels a bunch. Oh, you bastard. I was probably close, man. I was probably real close.
A brawl is surely brewing. Here goes.
I managed to save myself and just run myself right in the ground.
Here goes.
What other game? Oh, yeah, remember there's a couple games from E3 of 2017 that I was looking forward to. Detroit against Humans looked pretty cool. He plays an android, or at least the main thing looks like if you were to play as a character, you play as a human trying to survive the android resistance, because the androids are rising up against their human masters. And then Agony looked pretty cool. It was a survival horror game. It looked like that you arrive in hell, or you somehow make it in hell, and your weapons consist of demons. Wasn't paying attention. Just trying to burn through that stage so I can finally get through the last stage. Hold on, something fell.
What the hell is this bullshit?
Alright. Now that I picked all that up, let's get back into the fray of things. Oh. Now, I don't know if anyone's into metal, but I sure am. And I don't mean metal that you hear on the radio, such as Rage Against the Machine's a big one, like Korn. I mean, granted, I like Korn and you know, older Godsmack. Bush was a good one. But like, I don't know if they'd classify as rock or grunge or whatever. But I like Bush. Old school Metallica, you can't go wrong with old school Metallica. Like the Black years and some of Load and Reload were alright, but I'm talking more along. Well, I mean, I guess one of the things I want to talk about was the 598 EP remastered that Metallica just released, which had a bunch of cover songs, just like the Garage Day had a bunch of cover songs. The Garage Days EP had a bunch of cover songs. I didn't know that cassette as a format was making it back into the consumer market. Like, people actually want cassettes. Now, mind you, if you've never used well, I think most millennials at least have seen a cassette. Those things were bad. The tape would get out unwound sometimes, or it wouldn't rewind, so you'd have to take a pencil and rewind the tape manually, and you'd have to shove it back in. And just like VHS tapes, after a couple of years, the magnetic tapes start degrading, and you have to open them up and beyond just cleaning the tapes manually, I don't know how you would fix a degraded tape. There's some sort of other way that deals with remagnetizing the tape, but I wouldn't know how. That and audio quality was never good. The only reason why cassettes were made was because they were portable. They were the CD before the CD was invented. And of course, when the CD came along, you know, it buried the cassette. But consumers want cassettes, and I just bought one from the new Eonian album. God damn it. That came out for Dimmu Borgir, and I bought the 598 EP cassette. Just because I thought it was, well, I mean, two reasons. Just because I thought it was kind of weird how cassettes are coming back, because that was a very brief time in my childhood where you could go to the library and get cassette tapes of popular music like Selena and Stevie Ray Vaughan, or you could get them, like, that was the audio book of my very brief time in my childhood. Was you could get audiobooks on cassette, and they'd rent you a cassette tape player, and they were always, even if they were brand new tapes, they were always very horrible condition. Oh yeah, I didn't mention the second reason why I got the tape player, because the Ranger that I have, 2002 Ranger, I just recently put in a radio that has an aux cable, which is input, which is nice. When you have friends or you're going on a road trip like I am in 2 weeks, as a CD player, which I mainly use CDs, because the internet right now doesn't have many sources for flawless, for FLAC, what's it called, audio files, you know, really high quality files. And you can't really stream high quality. I guess you can on Tidal if you listen to some artists. There's like some country singers, Jay-Z, of course, he owns it, Beyonce. And I can't, there's a few big name artists, but I'm not into them. But that's why I have CDs. Is because they're the best of both worlds. They have portability, and they have better audio quality than most. Motherfucker, I was about to say, you better quit it. wasn't paying attention. That. Oh, that's gonna be a bitch. It's gonna be a real bitch. Oh yeah, but I think I said it. I bought cassettes to test the radio because it does cassettes. Just thought it was a novelty. That's why I got it. Man, that took too long to get out. I gotta get better at that. Just speaking and playing, multitasking. You know, it's a little hard to do. I get it that streaming isn't everyone's game, and it certainly isn't mine right now. I'm doing a horrible job at doing it, but you know, just as a little passion side project, it's fun. We learn new tricks of the trade. You know, how to do overlays or you know, reacting with whatever audience that you may have. This case may not have.
This will get red hot. It's on. Good day for us. Well battled. You're up. A brawl is surely brewing. And begin. A great slam and then some. You're up.
I know I said it once earlier in not in this stream, but stream months ago. I still don't understand why Steam has a broadcast feature. Now, when Twitch was getting big, and I don't think YouTube had YouTube broadcast yet, Steam decided that it'd throw its hat into the streaming revenue because Twitch was starting to get big at its time, and it was being seen as like a profitable venue to get into the streaming business. Steam released a feature called Steam Broadcast. Now, unlike with Twitch and YouTube, you have to choose your broadcasting software, set it up manually, and then run it independently of the game you're playing. So you have to download software. Steam, all you have to do is you have to have the Steam client running, and you play whatever game. Whatever game you're playing on Steam. And I'm just gonna get this out because can't really do the same thing at the same time. And it broadcast just runs. It just goes. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to mess with any settings. I mean, few, you know, whatever resolution you want to play at, but you just start the game, and it's on there on the broadcast page. If someone goes over to broadcast and clicks on your thing, on your game that's playing, they're in, and then you can have an option to set up the chat on your monitor, just like Twitch. It's a really easy streaming platform. I get the only real reason wrong with it is that, yes, there are something like 10 million unique users on every day on Steam, so that's a big audience. But one point, they don't take care of their servers because I guess they tried it and abandoned it long ago. They don't really do any updates to broadcasts. You can't really customize it at all, you know, past the resolution. The frame rates are low. I think they can only go up to 30 and 1080p, and it's real it's real bad. You could have the best internet connection, and you know, you'll get a choppy stream, and chat is slow, and broadcast will stop. You can't just switch a game because your broadcast will stop and it doesn't get saved at all. You know, every time you start up a new game, it will start a new broadcast. And I guess since you have to have Steam, people aren't going to be on it like with Twitch and all that, and YouTube, you can be on multiple platforms. On Steam, you can only be on your computer. And Gerlicher, god damn it, read your message. Yeah, I'm trying to 200% this. I'm at one. I get it. It must be more than 200%. I guess because there's other things to do, like there's the pacifist challenge and the S rank challenge and all that. I guess it gets to be more than 200%, but that's what I'm trying to do. 200%, or I guess if you're saying 100% this level, that's what I'm trying to do. Oh, what the hell? God damn it.
A great slam and then some. Here goes.
I got hit. I was like, oh shit. It does not have any DLC as of yet. They are going to make some. Months ago, they released images of a casino boss that was supposed to be in the last, it was supposed to be in the last boss battle. And, on Studio, I think it's Studio MDH or MHD, they released plans to make DLC for this with extra, you know, run and gun levels, extra boss battles. Damn it. Which would be cool, because if they did like more 1930s esque, you know, villains and levels, that'd be cool. It'd also be cool if they did like different eras, you know, 80s cartoons, 70s cartoons, 60s cartoons, 90. If they did a Ren and Stimpy style DLC, or that would be another great idea. They probably won't do it because it's probably best for them to fit in the theme with 1920s. But if they made another game at least that had different deals, or not DLC, but different styles, both musical and visual, throughout history, that'd be a really interesting play. Like, think of playing as, you know, a Hey Arnold-esque character, or basically any Nickelodeon show. I think that would have a huge appeal to a ton of gamers out there. I think it would sell well, and I think it'd look really cool. But no DLC as of yet. You bastard, quit throwing shit at me. Oh. All right. I'm gonna try a couple more of these. If I can't get it tonight, I'll have to try some other time. Yeah, this is just brutal. They have all these trailers. Okay, first part done, second part. We're getting there. Oh, it's all the way down there. Okay, cool. We're done with that now. Time for the second part. gotta be kidding me.
A brawl is surely brewing. And begin!
Okay, we stole that. Pink bastard. Oh, I better run through. Yeah. Damn it.
Here's a real high-class bout. And begin!
Oh, I forgot I need to... Oh, yeah. There's no reason to get it anymore because a certain someone doesn't play Borderlands. Or not Borderlands. I hate Borderlands. A certain someone doesn't play Destiny anymore. Makes no sense for me to get it on the PlayStation 4. But I guess pretty much it was unanimous that it was worse than Destiny 1. And from what I've seen, Destiny 1 is not all that great. But then again, I am told that Destiny 1 is way better if you have all the DLC. Like, it's not worth Destiny 1 to play Destiny 1 if you have vanilla. You have to get all the DLC, which I think all the DLC at this time was $20 or something, like with the game. Or at least there was something going on a while ago with GameStop or whatever. All right, probably this last one. If I don't progress back to the pyramid stage on this one, I'll probably call it the night. Well, I guess I'm calling it the night. Well, that was pretty disappointing, but, you know, I did get a little better there at the end. Maybe next time when I stream, I'll do better. Until then, see you guys next time. Ah!